60,000 migrants crossed from Morocco into Ceuta, a Spanish territory located in North Africa, within just 24 hours. Ceuta's president estimated the number at approximately 60,000, equivalent to about 70% of the city's regular population, while Spain's Interior Ministry placed the figure closer to 49,000 to 50,000 migrants entered by land and sea, with at least 41 people reportedly dying while attempting the crossing. Spain deployed military units and additional police to the territory. Officials say approximately half of those who entered had already returned voluntarily to Morocco, with returns continuing. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez blamed the human trafficking organizations for fueling the sudden surge through misinformation. The situation remains ongoing and the reported figures could change.
What has happened in Spain is so disturbing, very bad news, so to say, because more than 50,000 people crossed to Spain from Morocco. They entered Ceuta, which is a Spanish territory that is located in North Africa. And the influx of people was unstoppable, as they voluntarily blocked the fence, as well as some swimming to Spanish territory. Ministry has said that more than 38,000 people and 300 have returned to Morocco, have been sent back to Morocco. It seems there's still more people who haven't returned to Morocco. They're still in Spain. It means maybe the process will begin to locate everybody else so that people can return to Morocco. So let's hear what the minister is saying from Spain.
Spain's Minister of the Interior said more than 48,000 migrants who arrived at the border of the tiny territory of Ceuta have been sent back to Morocco. The minister said about 50,000 people entered the Spanish enclave since Thursday morning, with an estimated 40,300 back in Morocco by 6 p.m. Friday.
Niger flag has as well added voice to whatever has happened, whereby people have crossed to Spain through Morocco, and it's a lot of people, and he has good worries about what has happened, and here's what he is written about the whole situation.
Niger flag lights around the 60,000 illegal migrants have now invaded Ceuta. Before long, many will be crossing the English Channel to enter Britain illegally. I support my friends Giorgia Meloni and Jordan Bardella, who said they will take extraordinary measures to stop this.
These are people trying to cross to Europe from Africa because they believe in Europe there are opportunities. You know, in Africa, many people have got responsibilities, but they don't have means to help or take care of their family. Young people, they see their parents who are in need, but young people, like, they don't have what they can give to the parents to support them. And they're like, no, I need to help my parents. Therefore, what should I do? I've been hearing about Europe, like it's where the opportunities, hope is there. You can build a future in Europe easily if you work very hard. Therefore, people like, so what is the corridor to Europe? How can I get there? Since I don't have money, I don't have anybody else who can support me to travel to Europe. What should I do? So there are people, middlemen there in Africa, who are helping people to travel to Europe through illegal means. You pay them amount of money, and they'll tell you there is always a long journey that we have, but this is always good because you're not going to spend a lot of money to travel to come to Europe. So this journey, it's through North Africa, and the Morocco is very close to Spain. So these people come to Morocco and they wait for opportunity, like what they did when they saw an opportunity. A lot of people who were waiting for that opportunity took advantage of it, and all of them at once started crossing to Spain at Ceuta, which is the territory of Spain in North Africa. There are like 60,000 people doing that. But we're hearing that some have returned. Unfortunately, other people have died trying to cross to Spain. You know, there are always other opportunities, other means of getting to Europe. If you can not manage to pay for fees to go to study in Europe at any education center, the institution there, you can as well apply for a visitor visa to Europe. And when you are accepted, you can look for asylum while there as a visitor, or you can look for education institution where you can go and study. Other than taking a risk to go to Europe through, you know, this unsafe journey on the sea, whereby because of violent waves, people die. Over years, people have been dying trying to cross to Europe using the sea. But we know Europe has always been supporting people who have been in danger trying to cross to